Hello, before we start the new unit quadratic function, so let's have a quick review about functions. The first thing it is something we call relation, and then it's really different from the function. For example, if we have uh, so relation is always between the two variables, like especially in this level. Uh, but if we have like relation, if we use order the pair, say x equals 1, y equals 1, and then x equals oh, equals 1, and then y equals 2, x equals 2, y equals 5, and so on. Okay, this one we can always call a relation. So basically, this is x coordinate, this is y coordinate, right? So we have a ordered pair, right? Ordered pair. But look at it here. So when x equals 1, y equals 1, and x equals 1 again, y equals 2. So basically, we have the same x, and then we produce a different kind of y. So this is not allowed. So this is a relation only. Relation, but not a function. And of course, the function can be expressed, or function or relation can be expressed using different way. So this is just one way using ordered pair. So what if we use graph? For example, let's draw a quick graph. So for example, we have a graph like this. So this is a relation. So this is a relation. Now, because you can use the vertical line, so this is a vertical line test. If you draw a vertical line, if it passes more than one point, in this case we have two intersections, so then it's not a function. So it's a relation, but not a function. So in this case, we use the vertical line test. So it didn't pass the vertical line test. Okay, and of course, if we draw another one, so let me erase this part. We draw another graph. So it's actually a parabola. And then you can see if you draw anywhere a vertical line, so you can only get one intersection. So so this one didn't pass. Not a function because did not pass vertical line test. But this one is, so is a function. Of course, it's a relation as well. Okay, obviously because there's only one y for any given x. Also, it passed the vertical line test, right? So let's just draw a nicer vertical line. So it's, say we see the past vertical line test. So it's a function. Okay, so that's the only difference between the function relation. And then for any function, so then we just focus on the function, not relation. So if there's any function, so there must be a domain or range. For example, a function y equals x plus 1. So you can see the domain. Domain we use x, right? X domain is just the value that's allowed for the x. So if you look at this, x can be anything. So I can just a real number, and then y you call the range, right? Call range, and then we basically range means what kind of value is okay for the y. So y is also a real number. And then we can look at the other one. So for example, y equals absolute value of x. So it's a function. And if you look at the domain, again, x can be anything, real number. And y for the range. Now why? Because any x given, because after the absolute value sign, it can only be positive or 0. So the y we can write as this way, greater than equal to 0. And then maybe if we can get this kind of function, y equals x minus 1, for example. Now this gets a little bit more complicated. Now to figure out the x domain, so we should say, oh, let's x minus 1 greater than equal to 0, because the radicand has to be non-negative. So then we can solve this inequality, and we get x, the domain should be greater than equal to 1. And then for the range, a little bit harder to figure out. So now you can see here, because y equals the square root of something, and then the y is actually should be greater than equal to 0. Right, now you can do a simple test when x equals 1, right? X can only be 1 or greater. So when x equals 1, y equals 0. And when x increases, then the y also increases, but never gets negative. Okay, so that's two sections. I'll make another video talking about the rest of the thing.